What's going on, people? It's Mr. back again with another podcast. I hope everyone's fit and well. And yes, as you know, Nottingham Forest tomorrow are playing in the FA Cup. If we do beat Exeter, we've got Ipswich at home. I'll be going to the game as usual, so it's going to be like an early night for me. But I thought we'd do something different before the game. A catch-up with Olympiacos brothers. The man himself, Costa. He's flying high with his team. He's flying high with his channel. Big shout out to Costa for the 6K now with your channel. Yeah, so big shout out to your channel. Make sure everyone goes subscribe to the channel. But my friend, how are you, man? And it's been a long time no see. Look, I watch your streams and it's good. It's looking good for you lot so far, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Thanks for the invite. It's nice to be back. Just disclaimer: Thrilos International. It's not just me. There are 5 of us that are running the channel. So yeah, we just broke a big another milestone, I suppose. 6K on the channel. That's really great on the back of a derby win in midweek in the cup against Marinakis.
I've seen your vlog, and make sure people after the stream go and watch it. It's in the description. So go and please watch it, man. So Costa, I've got your back, so people can go and watch it. It's in the description, so people do please watch it, man. But
thanks very much. Thanks for the shout out. Olympiacos Marinakis is, I suppose, like Nottingham Forest versus Derby, right?
Yes.
So
who?
It's,
Who? we've not heard from them for quite a while. They've got lost. They lost somewhere.
Yeah, so the atmosphere in the Karaiskaki was cracking on a Wednesday night, cold night in Athens. I was lucky enough to go out on a work trip and had meetings on the 6th, and then it was like the night before. I'm going to the game. There's no way I'm missing that. Great atmosphere. I think it's captured pretty well in the vlog, so people can get a taste for just like the noise and the passion, and
I watched it. I thought it was amazing. Like I said, people, I see it there and I thought, come on, let me put it in the description so people can watch it, because I really want to go to them games, because Forest and Derby, people need to go and watch Forest and Derby, because from an outside looking in, people will say, oh, it's not a derby, but when you go to the game, it's a derby. But when I went to Olympiacos to see Forest play, people were talking about both teams, and it is crazy, absolutely crazy. So I will one day, you have to sort me out, Costa. When Olympiacos play Panathinaikos, man, you have to sort me out.
Mate, I'd love to. That would be a nice little exchange program. Get you guys to come and experience the derby in Athens, and we could come over to Nottingham and watch a game there. Like the atmosphere at your ground at the City ground, it looks great, man. Even like last season and the season before, things obviously weren't anywhere near as good as they are now.
Yeah,
but it's looks like a great atmosphere there, and I would, and I'm sure others would like to come and experience that as well.
Definitely, man. Like I said, people, after this podcast, go and watch the Costa's vlog, man. Like I said, I watched it. I thought it was amazing as well. So, like I said, after the stream, people, it's in the description. Go and watch it. Right. Like I said, there's been your Olympiacos doing fantastic. They're top of the league in Greece. But what is like? You started with, like I said, you draw 1-1 on Sunday, wasn't it? We won 1. And but far from that, tell everyone what's been happening with Olympiacos, man, because everyone, if no one knows, Mr. Marinakis, he owns both clubs, but Olympiacos is his baby. Let's keep it real. It's his baby. And but I'll always look close to Olympiacos as well. And like I said, they're doing very well. You're doing well in the Europa as well. But tell everyone what has been happening to Olympiacos, man.
I mean, look, it was obviously last season was created a lot of expectation going on to win the Conference League and win our first European title. And like our season at the beginning of this season, it was a little bit like your first season in the Premier League.
Yeah.
in a sense that we had a lot of loan players that were, you know, they weren't sure to be like renewed and staying with the team, from players like Daniel Podence, who ended up going to Saudi, Andre Horta, who, you know, there was a clause, but Braga wanted like 6.5 million for a player who's 28 years old. 6.5 million is like a fair amount of money for us, not for a Premier League team, but for a Greek side. You know, it was a fair amount of money to fork out, which we didn't do. Incidentally, we managed to bring him back on loan now in January. Kostas Fortounis, like our talisman captain for, you know, going on a decade, he decided to call it quits, and he also went out to Saudi as well to kind of, you know, cash in. He's coming off of like 2 ACL injuries as well. He thought it was time to try something different. Vicente Iborra, serial winners, like won four Europa Leagues and a Conference League. He went back to Spain to play for his boyhood club Levante. Like, so it was you know, an interesting pre-season, and we didn't manage to keep everyone. We managed to keep our top goal scorer last season, Ayoub El Khabi.
I like him, Costa. He's got to come to Forest, man. Every time I see Olympiacos play, especially in Europa, he scores goals.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's an interesting topic because, mate, he's the kind of player sometimes like yes, his goal scoring record's incredible, and he'll be, you know, his name will be carved in Olympiacos history forever. He scored that goal in the final against Fiorentina. He's our top goal scorer in European competition. He's the top goal scorer in Europe for the last season, like ahead of Harry Kane. Mo Salah is like something like 21 goals in the last year in Europe. But mate, does he miss some chances? Like, there's, you know, he'll miss sometimes he'll miss like 2 or 3, and 2 of them will be sitters, and then he'll get the goal and like win the game for you. But, you know, he's that kind of player that right now I don't think he's in the best reign of form, but he's a killer. He's a killer. I don't know if it's on the cards for him to make a move to a bigger league. I suspect that will be a discussion again at the end of the season. But he's on a fat contract.
Maybe Forest.
Do you need him though? You got Chris Wood, like he's banging goals in right now.
Maybe we need a backup. It comes as a backup, Costa. It comes as a backup. We might need a backup for Chris Wood. You're not getting Ayoub El Khabi to come and sit on your bench though. Seriously, like at his age. You never know. I mean, Villa wanted him. He might want to hear the Champions League anthem at City Ground. Maybe.
I mean, he can hear the Champions League anthem with us, mate.
That is true, man. That is true, though, man. But like I said, if no one is he's a top striker. He scored the goal in the Europa Conference, and like I said, I watched the game and I thought he's fantastic. I mean, remember that game against Aston Villa? It was
amazing.
I'm like, this relationship with Forest, man. Why have we not got him? Why are we not? I was like, what? Where is this? But yeah, he's a good player, man. But like I said, can you explain to people, because you are top of the league, but it's to explain how it works, because in it, like, if you finish top, you're going to play each other again or something on the lines.
Yeah, so the top 4 play each other again in the playoff. So I think there are 4 games left in the regular season. We're 2 points ahead of AEK, so we drop points against Asteras. Is a team that they had won 8 games on the trot. They're 6th right now. It's their longest like unbeaten run in their history, like getting that draw against us. We really should have won the game on Sunday, so we were massively frustrated last night. Luckily, Panathinaikos lost. They were 2nd. They've dropped down to 3rd. So the gap's, I think, 5 points with Panathinaikos and 2 points with AEK. We play AEK in a couple of games, and we play PAOK as well. So we've got PAOK at home. That's the team in the north of Greece. They're in the Conference League. They're in the Europa League as well. They've qualified for the round of 32. And AEK is the yellow and black team who we won the Conference League in their stadium last season, which was extra satisfying for us. There's a joke.
Imagine, Costa, you would have Panathinaikos Stadium. Like, it's not that far, is it? From
you know, there's a joke, like, ever since, you know, whenever we talk about Ajax Stadium, it's like, oh, we rented it out for one night and we had a party there for the Conference League. So there's a bit of banter there with Ajax, but yeah, we're playing them there in a couple of games. And Champions League spot could be, like, first place could be an automatic spot in the Champions League next season, depending on who wins the league in Croatia and a couple of other countries. Is, like, right now, the way things stand, if Dinamo Zagreb don't win their league in Croatia, then we'll get an automatic place in the group stage of the Champions League if we win the league.
But actually, people, like I said, if you know his relationship with Forest Olympiacos, like I said, maybe Miss Marinakis, I think it's like he brought the club 2018, I think he won it for us. And we always, at first, Olympiacos was giving us their dead wood, if you can class it as that. I'm not going to reel up. Right, in the comment section, we have a little game. What players as Forest Olympiacos has changed over? Because there's been a lot as well. But there's two players that I do want to talk about, Costa. David Como, because I don't know if Forest brought him for 15 million. He was there at your at Olympiacos last season.
Yeah.
How's he been? Olympiacos, like, we've got some great centre backs. I don't know if you know Marinakis.
Yeah, of course.
Morata.
Yeah.
Do you think he will get in a Forest team next season?
Looking at your team, I don't think you can break up that Murillo-Milenkovic partnership at the back. I think that's like, mate, at the beginning of the season, like, I did watch a fair amount of your games last season, and I follow, like, what's going on, like the transfers and everything.
Yeah.
And I thought, like, there seemed to have been let's say, understanding amongst Forest fans that Murillo's probably a player that's likely to get sold in the summer for big money, right?
Yeah.
So when you guys bought Milenkovic, I thought, all right, Murillo's gone. But I remember talking to, like, maybe even you and, like, other Forest fans, Olympiacos fans, like, guys, if Forest end up having Milenkovic and Murillo as their centre-back pairing, that's going to be that's such a solid pairing. Are
you jealous? Are you jealous he came to Forest?
No, do you know what, mate? Like, defense is not our problem at Olympiacos. We've got 4 really good centre backs right now.
Yeah. Bicconi, you got Bicconi, haven't you?
Bianco's been
right.
If
people don't know, it was at Forest, but he never played. Well, how many games did he play at Forest? He played 1 league game, but he wasn't a centre back. He was more a right wing back, if you remember. But I think I saw a post. I don't know who did the post. I think it was Olympiacos, or it was your Instagram post, saying him he's the best Forest player.
Yeah,
yeah. So, like, and I thought, and I'll be honest with you, like I said, I seen him at a friendly. It was a friendly game, and I thought to myself, he's a good player.
He's really good, man.
Yeah, but he just couldn't get in the Forest team. And then we saw him to Olympiacos. And let's talk about Como and Bianconia. Come on, talk to us.
I mean, he's like we tweeted, by far the best signing we ever got from you.
Yeah,
by far. I think, I mean, it was an undisclosed fee, but I think it was around 3 to 4 million euro. We handed over. It's really comfortable on the ball. Maybe just taking a step back. Like, I know when we bought him over, he had lots of issues with injury at Forest.
Yeah,
and he had knee surgery at the end of last season. Didn't play a lot. Like last season, he agreed to play in our B team that was in the Greek second division. Mate, Greek second division is like the Ryman League in the UK.
Is it?
It is so bloody awful. But he didn't complain. He came back from his knee surgery. He embraced it, went to the B team where we had quite a few of our under-19s playing.
Yeah.
Side note, our under-19s won the Youth League, the Champions League equivalent of the under-19s.
Yes.
So he was around a lot of those players, and he was very close to the youth team. Like, he went to all their games when we were playing. Like in when was it? In Switzerland, like when we played against I think it was it Inter Milan? Sorry, Nantes. It was Nantes we played in the semi-final, and then AC Milan in the final.
Yeah.
So like he really kind of bought into the culture, was very supportive, had a really good attitude. And this season, he's been getting opportunities in place of Rezos, our captain.
Yeah.
And they're kind of a similar mold of player. They're ball playing centre backs. He can bring the ball out of defence really well. He can play a nice cross-field pass. He's comfortable dribbling the ball out of defence. He can, like, you know, sometimes he overdoes it, can get caught in possession, but like his distribution's really good. That's, you know, positioning wise can you know, be questionable at times, but overall, man, like his attitude, his passion, his ball playing ability from the back, like we love him. He's made a really good connection with the fans too. He's got a couple of assists, scored a couple of goals. So yeah, like he's been great. He's been great since he's had the opportunity to play.
He's a character, because I remember when he was at Forest, he liked to joke around a lot in on the training grounds and, you know, social media. I think he's always he's a joker. Is he like Olympiacos as well? He's
got a good attitude, man. He's got a good attitude. Like he engages with us on social media as well. Like you know, we've got a French speaker on our team. So like he's a cool cat.
Oh, that's right, man. Do you think he's good enough for Forest? I don't know. Like I said, it was one game. I think it was against Burton, and he's a fast winger. But I just didn't understand why he didn't get game time at Forest.
So like at Monaco, I think he was playing in like the role that Nico Williams was playing for, or like Olaena was playing for you like the last couple of seasons when you played like three at the back. But for us, he's never played out on the wing. He's really played as a centre back in a back four, and he's looked all right, man. Like really, it's something weird that's gone on at Olympiacos this season. Obviously, like Rezos and Carmo are our starting centre backs.
Yeah,
but we have rotated it a bit. Sometimes we play Carmo and Bianco.
Yeah, it's weird because, you know, every time I see the lineup, it's like you change it every single time. Like, why just keep us up saying about four? Keep Carmo in about four. Keep him.
It works. Like okay, let's switch over to Carmo. So I think because of Carmo's like shape, like the way his body is as well, I think he's one of those players that peaks later on in the season in terms of getting to his best physical condition. So like he's not the fastest. Yeah, he can get like, mate, on a counter attack, if you try and isolate him and play one-on-one on the counter down his side, you can expose him because he's not the fastest, but he's got a big frame. So if he gets down on a slide tackle, you know, he's got long legs, so he can, you know, do the Stretch Armstrong kind of slide tackles. But he didn't start the season very well. There was a bit of criticism at the beginning of the season. It's a bit slow, like out of position sometimes. There was a certain standard as well, because we all remember how he played in the final against Fiorentina and against Villa, like with Ollie Watkins and etc. He was an absolute mountain at the back. You can't beat him in the air. In the air, he's a colossus.
That's all right then. He'll shoot Forest then. He'll shoot Forest. That's all right then.
So I think he could be a good signing for you, but
not first choice.
Judging how it went at Porto, I don't know, man. Like for me, he should, like, he's better than the centre backs they have at Porto. Like their loss, our gain. The pace of the Premier League, I'm not sure if it suits him, but if there's like two things that are great about him is, again, distribution. Like on the ball, he can ping a 30-yard pass to feet, like across field, and like in the air, he's a mountain.
Can he play left back, or is he?
No. He's far too slow.
I know he's left footed because we got Morata. Basically, he's our third centre back, and he's a giant, and he's been fantastic for Forest so far. But he's not like when we played at two, what like Milinkovic, Milo, but Morata always comes on around the 60th minute mark, and he's a big defender, and that's why I asked about David Carmo, because next season, like I said, he's left footed. Can he play left? Can he play left back? But if he's a strict centre back, then it's good for us because if we do get Champions League football, it'll help us as well with the experience that it's getting at Olympiacos. But time will tell, people, and we just hope he doesn't get injured. Another player, New Zealand, Marco Stamic. Is it Stamic? I think it is. How's he been? Because like I said, he hasn't been playing as much. Okay, that's it all then.
No.
Talk to me, man.
It's hard to say because, like, I think we interviewed the vice president of our club last summer.
That was amazing. That was another one, good one. Yes,
I think like he's a character, great guy. I think we'd already signed him when we talked to him. And generally, like there was quite a bit of hype around Marco Stamic.
Yep.
We even talked to Inbom Hwang. He's a South Korean international that used to play for us. He played at Zvezda last season and played with Stamic at Zvezda. And we asked him, like, what did he think of him? Like, he played with him, obviously. And he told us, like, he's a good player. You need to give him time. But, mate, Zvezda played in the Champions League last season. They played against the likes of Man City. And, like, you know, we watched tape on him and my friend Ari, he does scout reports for the channel.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, he just has not been a good fit. He got injured early on in pre-season. So he was, like, you know, got left behind in terms of fitness. Didn't really slot in. And then we had 17-year-old Christos Mouzakidis basically break into the team. And then he's like the first name on the team sheet in midfield right now. He's absolutely amazing. It's like if you don't.
It's damage. What is it? Is damage a DM or just or attacking? What is it?
He's like an 8, like a number 8. So he's not really. He's not really the one that will sit back and hold like the midfield. Yeah. He's not an attacking midfielder. Ideally, he's more of a box to box kind of player, but it doesn't work for us because we needed him to be a holding player. Yeah. But I don't think that's what he is. So it's not that I think he's a bad player. I just think he's not a good fit. He hasn't been a good fit for us. So I don't know what happens there. Like, also there's like a bit of a, like, we signed a cooperation agreement with Zvezda, I think over a year ago. And obviously we sold Inbom Hwang to Zvezda. And then, you know, you guys signed Stamic and sent him to us. So, you know, I think there's some politics there, if I can call it that, as well, with the Stamic deal. Yeah. So I honestly, like, I can't see him staying with us, like, at the end of the season. Like, somebody will, like, send him back to Forest in January.
Do you think he'll come back to Forest?
Sorry?
Do you think he'll come back to Forest then? Or
I mean, he's on your books, right? So
yeah. I don't know. I need to watch him, man. If he's not starting, I need to watch him because I think that's why I asked just Costa if he's a number 6, or a number 8, because he's not a number 6. Then that says it all. Then we have to select people from now to the end season. We'll talk to Costa and we'll get the updates on both Como and Stamic, because if we do get European football, we need better players. Both Olympiacos and Forest needs better players as well. So time will tell. Let's go for the comments as well. From Mark, good evening, friends. Come on, you Rez. How you doing, Mark? Colin, hi. How you doing, my friend? Paddy Irish, evening, Dawn Costa. Come on, you Reds. Stefan, Yosef Costa and Mr. Dore, loving the international flavors today show. Thank you very much, Stefan, my friend. Eugene, hi, Mr. Dore. Jeff, hello, fellow from Forest. Hello, fellows from the Forest fan in Philippines. Thank you, Jeff. Hope you're all my friend. I think let's go. This is the same comment from Costa. Costa, can you explain to the non-Greeks Marinakis winning mindset and what does it mean? And this is why I want to talk about Marinakis, because I've read an article in is it Athletic, I think it was. He wasn't happy about the 1-1 draw with Liverpool. And I was like, what? This guy must be crackers, man, because he like, I don't. Have you seen the interview on Sky Sports that he did with Olympiacos on Forest? Did you see it?
Sorry, do you mean Forest Liverpool?
No, the interview that Marinakis did on Sky Sports.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I did.
Yeah. His mindset, it's mad. Like he's a winner, and I bloody love it. And I went to see an article saying he's disappointed that we 1-1 draw. I'm like, what? Like, and now with third place, what? Like I said, to the question that Stefan said, his mindset of Marinakis winning. What's it like,
mate? You could call it Marinakis mindset, or you could just call it Olympiacos mindset. There's no, mate. I'll tell you a story. When he, like, early on in his tenure, after he bought the club in 2008, I think it was 2009. We like before a Panathinaikos game, or sorry, after a Panathinaikos game, we beat them 2-1 at home. He went on national TV, and he said, I want all kids growing up in Greece to become Olympiacos fans so that they can go to school happy the next day, type thing. Yeah. So, like, but there's another thing we say in Greece, so like Olympiacos fans say anyway. It's like there are two teams in Greece. There's Olympiacos and there's everyone else. Like, it's Olympiacos and everyone that's against us. So there is this like us versus them mentality. And when you're an Olympiacos fan, you play to win every game. It doesn't matter if you're playing like a minnow in Greece. It doesn't matter if you're playing Real Madrid's, whatever. Like, there's no other result. It's just you go out there and win. Especially like we have a history, man. Back in the day, like Champions League, nobody could come to Greece and beat us. I don't like, Galacticos came over, you name it. It's like, no, sorry, you're coming here. You're not leaving here you're not winning here. It's not happening.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, football evolved and Greek football got left behind after a certain point. So, but like for years we had an unbeaten home turf. So it's ingrained in the mentality, and the new generations in particular that grew up after what we call like the barren years, where we hadn't won the league in like 10 years. Like, mate, we've won 47 championships. We've got more championships than all the other teams combined. It's not even close. It's just the DNA of the club and the owner. Like, it's in him. It's just like we're built to win. We're built to dominate. And I think that's a great thing that he brings to you. It's like, okay, it doesn't matter if you guys just came up from the championship after a long stretch of being away. Like, he's there for one purpose. He's there to get you back into Europe where you belong, your history. And he's there because he believes in, he'll set the bar high.
I love that. I love that, though. I love that from most
people laughed, man. People laughed when, Olympiacos officials would go out and say, we want to win a European Cup. But we did it. If you don't set the bar, if you don't set the objective, that's the objective, then you're never going to do it. If it's not on your radar, you can't. So, respect to him, man, and like that's trickled down in all the organization. It's just the way it is, man. And I think man. It's toxic, both in a good way and a bad way. Because when we win, it's like another day at the office. When we don't win, it's we do it as fans. Like, we deconstruct everything. It's like fucking disaster. We didn't win against Asteras, and we had a shitty time on the pod last night deconstructing it and trying to explain why. But yeah, I think it's a good thing for Forest, like having that winning mentality. You see it this year.
I see it exactly. That's the thing. And the question is, because when I went to Olympiacos when Forest played you lot, and I spoke to loads of Olympiacos fans, and there's like Marinakis, like I said, he's more focused on Forest than more than Olympiacos, and
it's always the inverse, right? The Forest fans are like, oh, he focuses on you lot too much.
Yes.
And to us, it's like, He's in England all the time. We see him in the tunnel, like hugging the players after the games and all that.
How do you feel when you see that?
I don't give a shit. Like, it's like,
No.
you know, like, mate, like Olympiacos, I think to him is number one. Like, he grew
100%.
up. He was going to the games with his dad. Like, his dad, I think, was on the board at the time. Great man. So, you know, he's grown up with that. But you know, the way you see him invested in Forest, turning up like almost week in, week out, the relationship with the players, like, you know, the hugs in the tunnels and all of that. I don't, you know, I'm not one of those Olympiacos fans that are like, oh, you know, he cares more about this or that or the other. It's like, mate, when you look at it from a financial point of view, mate, like we're Greek football's, it's not even peanuts. It's dust. There's no money in Greek football. Like, he throws his money.
This is why, when I see, I always see on, especially in January, I've seen there's quite a lot of players. Oh, if Forest, Olympiacos link with someone, Forest could sign him. Forest could sign him, and then go to Olympiacos. I was like, what again? What's going on here? I was like, here we go again. Let's go for the comments again. Davey, how you doing, my friend? I hope you're well. Again, he said he was cheesed off. It was a soft goal, so Mr. Marinakis, yes, we get it. David, how are you doing, my friend? So let's talk about Forest. But like I said, we were both close. I watched Olympiacos. You watched Forest. What's your opinion on Forest? And like I said, are you surprised that where we are, or do you think, I'm like, yeah, I expected it, or what was your opinion on him?
Look, I don't think, even if you ask a Forest fan, like, do you think you'd been third right now at the beginning of the season? Be like, you're bonkers. But like, if I look at the squad, and I look at things on the field, and I think the chemistry is really good. You've got players like, you know, Gibbs White, Ryan Yates, that have been there for a long time. Like, Ola Aina's been there. I think, is it his second season now?
It's second season, yeah.
It's like, generally, like, from the season that you came up, you've been building. Yeah. I wouldn't say you've sold any strategic assets since you came up. I think that, like, what happened in the first season was risky, but the risk paid off. Like, you know, you avoided relegation at the end of last season. You cleared up the FFP situation, and now it's kind of like, all right, now we're rolling, now we're cooking. I mean, the big surprise is obviously Chris Wood, man. Like, I mean, when you guys,
so you're not having him. You're not having Chris Wood. You
When you guys did the loan deal, and, like, you know, there was the reported fee that was an obligation to buy, I was just like, what the hell are you doing? Like,
I was the same. The same.
So, but it's worked, man. And he's this kind of, he's not an English striker, he's from New Zealand, but he does resemble that old English striker, big, like, strong. His technique's, like, good for a big guy too. I mean, I expected you guys going into the season with a Wonyi as your number 9, but he's had injury troubles both seasons, and he's not been reliable. Mate, you know, you've got great wingers. Elanga tore us a new one when we played you guys.
Great goal.
In the friendly. Like, I mean, Callum Hudson-Odoi doesn't need any intros. So you've got, like, good wingers, like, solid midfield. I think Elliot Anderson was a brilliant signing.
You know what, John? You know what, Costa? I saw him once when he played for Newcastle. He came off the bench and he played, and I thought, you know what, this kid's all right. But
he's good, man.
Yeah, but when we signed him, I was like, 35 million. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Paid off.
He's really good. There's worth it. I mean, in Premier League terms, like 35 million, not a lot, but like, and then, mate, it's the centre back pairing. So attack wins you games, defense wins you titles. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, the foundation at the back. The keeper looks really good since you signed him last season. And like bringing Aina on the right from left back last season worked out really well. He looks great. Left back, like I'm not a huge fan of Nico Williams.
You what? What? He's been a bit what? Besides the Man City left back, he's been one of the best. The game against beat Manchester United 3-2 at their place. Since then, he's been fantastic. Nico Williams.
I mean, he's maybe the.
You ought to take him, Costa. Don't give me that nonsense. You take him. You will take Nico Williams. Don't give me that nonsense, Costa. In the chat, he's lying. Olympiacos will take Nico Williams. We're not having him. You ain't having him.
I tell you what, man. Our right back, Costinha.
I like him.
He's really good.
I like him.
He's really good. He's built for Premier League.
Right. Question, right? I mean, what Olympiacos player do you think? Who's that? Is an 18-year-old midfielder? He plays for Greece. What's his name? Is it Heinz? Heze.
He's Argentinian.
He's Argentinian.
Yeah.
Is he in the international team?
He played for Argentina in the Olympics.
I'll take him because remember when he played against Forest, he played really good. I'll take him.
Yeah, I mean, if your question is who do I think can make a move to Forest, it's probably the right back, Costinha.
Who's the right winger? Like come on against us.
Oh, the Norwegian guy, Valde.
Yeah. Is it Norwegian?
He had a cracking preseason, but he
ripped Forest apart. Remember?
He was brilliant against you. Like he came on like 20 minutes.
That's him. Yeah, he ripped us apart. I'll take him as well.
Yeah. Funnily enough, it didn't really translate from preseason into the season.
Did it?
Yeah, it's been challenging for him. So I'm not sure. I think we'll see better things from him next season. He's gotten better, but just like in preseason he was banging goals in.
Yeah.
He looked unstoppable when we thought like, oh my God, we've got a real winger on our hands here. But no, I think Costinha's your guy probably. If you guys sell Aina or
I think I still don't know the situation with Aina because he's got 1 year left on his contract. I don't understand, but he's a good player. He's the best right back in the Premier League by far.
Yeah,
by far. So Olympiacos, he's not coming to you lot. Just thought I tell you that. Costa, don't get too happy. Don't get too happy, Costa. This is come from Mark. How you doing, Mark? We'll find out if both clubs are in the same European competition next season, as we have to sell one club probably to a son.
Yeah. They'll just change. They'll probably make Miltiadis the chairman at Forest. Or something.
Shout out to Miltiadis, man. He follows me. He still follows me on Instagram. So yeah,
he doesn't follow us. Like if he's watching, like
if you're watching, Miltiadis, come on, show me some love, man. Because I think he showed me some love on when we beat Liverpool 1-0.
Yeah.
It's top guy, man. Top guy. Yeah, come on. I need to get him on my channel, man.
He's very invested in Forest. From what
he's always there, man. Because I'm in a Trent and he goes mad. He goes crazy. I don't know if you know Mr. Marinakis. He's broke about 5 or 6 TVs. Do you know that? He's broke 5 or 6 TVs because my friend, another YouTuber called Rads, he went on the Forest tour and he said that he's broke 5 or 6 TVs. Yeah. So have you got a TV at Olympiacos where he watches as well?
I mean, they have them in the suites. It's not like at Forest where I think he has the TV in front of him, right, where he sits. Yeah.
Have you not seen it on social media when the TV's crap?
I've seen it.
Yeah. It's 5 or 6 TVs he's broke just for my tongue. But Miss Matilda's, come on, Matilda, show some love, man. Like I said, he's still following me right now, so come on, get me on. Come on, both on our channels. Come on, both on our channels, man. People, make sure you go and subscribe to how do you pronounce it? Or your YouTube channel? Is it Feros 7 International? What is it? Philos. I can't say it, man. I struggle. Make sure everyone go and subscribe. It's in the link in the description. please go on the talk about Olympiacos football. And like I said, I watch them all the time when they win. When you lose, you get a little bit grumpy when you lose, but it's good to see you lot winning and you're top of the league, man, and you lot deserve it. The question I want to ask, because I said you're in Europa now, and said you did fantastic there as well. What's your chances of winning it?
I'm not afraid against the big tems. I think we have a coach that's really good at preparing knockout games. So I fancy our chances in general, against any opponent. It's against opponents that will kind of sit back and try and absorb pressure against us that I worry a bit more, because we're not great at breaking teams down. We're better at kind of being the underdog. When we're the underdog, I'm confident. We weren't in a position for the top 8 heading into the Porto game. So there was 2 games left. We had Porto and Qarabag, and we were, I think, in 14th. It was very tight in the Europa League in all the groups across the competitions. But we have a Patreon group, and there's about 90 people in there on WhatsApp. And the amount of moaning that happens in there on a bad night. And I remember a good, I think a couple of months ago, I wrote in that chat, watch, we're going to go to Porto and we're going to
result that was, wasn't it? Great result.
I was so sure we would go to Porto and win. So, can we go on to
surely? Come on, Costa. You got to have some confidence, man. Marinakis, he's got to.
Mate, I don't like I said.
Think about just be like Marinakis. Yeah, we're gonna go to every place and win.
Because, why not? Look, the finals in Bilbao in Spain.
Yeah,
the coach is from there. The coach of Athletic Bilbao is our former coach, Ernesto Valverde. He managed Barcelona as well after us. Legendary coach for our club. Sadly, we won't be able to play them in the final. If we get to the quarters and they beat Lazio, and we will meet each other in the quarterfinals in Bilbao. But yeah, mate. No, honestly, we've got the best defense. The best defense in the Europa League. We only conceded 3 goals in 8 games. We scored 9 goals. So, mate, why not? Never say never. Why the hell not?
Good question. I want to ask you a question. Do you think Forest get Champions League football? Yes or no? People in the chat as well. Can we get? I said I put my chest out there and I said yes, we can get Champions League football. I think we'll finish 4th.
Is it top 4? Yeah.
Top 5.
The 5th place gets Champions League as well.
Yep, 5th place gets top as well. People in the chat, can we get Champions League football? Yes or no? That's Costa. Be truthful. Don't lie.
I'm looking at the table. That's why I'm taking a minute.
Listen, we're beating everyone, Costa. Don't worry about it. We're beating everyone.
Mate, do you know what? I think you can. I don't Chelsea doesn't scare me. When you play, and also the way you guys set up, you're good at absorbing pressure and then hitting teams on the counter. You play against Arsenal or Liverpool, I think you've got good chances, and you've done well against teams that kind of park the bus, so to speak. When you've had to break teams down, you've been better at doing it this season. Mate, I've got to be honest. The last couple of seasons I watched you lot, it was hard to watch, man.
Yeah,
not pretty, but the way that you counter now is it's good to watch. It's fast and it's coordinated, and you've got good technical players, man. Even Dominguez this season, he looks better.
When he linked with you, I remember. I think I messaged you one time and he wasn't linked with you. I'm happy. I think was it before the Liverpool game? Was it the Liverpool game? Yeah,
it was just there was rumours because we were looking for a midfielder at the end of the window, and we ended up going for a Portuguese guy that we got from Galatasaray on a free, and now we're trying to get rid of him.
What? You trying to get rid of him? Yeah. Oh, great! Oh, God! Oh, God! Yeah. I think I remember him because that was mad. Oh God. Have you got a big squad? Because we haven't. We've got like 24.
No, we've got 20. Like we've literally got like 23 players plus 4 youth team players.
Oh,
Like
okay.
so it's quite like the manager wants a tight squad.
Not like the first season when we got back in the Premier League, we had 40 players. I remember you brought loads of players as well.
No, the managers, like I love, like, one of the reasons I love the manager is because he's not afraid to say no to to Marinakis or to the board, like, because like it's sort of like in Greece transfer market is almost more popular than football itself. It's just like, it's mad. It's just like, no, the manager wants what the manager wants, and he's like, oh, I can get you Neymar, for example, in the winter transfer window. It was like, no, I don't want Neymar. So, finished player. Like, no more.
William. Right, right. You know what, Costa? I'm not even happy with you lot because you brought William. Now you're getting rid of him, and now he's gone to Fulham, and we've got Fulham in the Premier League. So you know, if he scores past us, it's your lot's fault. He always scores past Forest every single time.
Do you know what? Don't blame me. Blame William's wife, because she preferred life in London to life in Athens. She must be bonkers, mate. I feel sorry for him. It's like, what are you talking about, love?
No, because
I'm from London. Yeah, I'm from London. Yeah, disclaimer. Like, I grew up in London. I'm a London boy. What are you talking about? Life in the south side of Athens, near the sea, like lovely cafeterias, great culture, like great food. You prefer London? Like, what's wrong with you?
All his business is in London, isn't he? He's like got quite a lot of business, and that's why he went back to Fulham.
William,
yeah, he's got loads of business in London. That's why,
mate. Look, William. I think William could have been a serviceable player at Olympiacos. Yeah. The thing is, Olympiacos signed him to make a difference, like to be a player that can carry the team.
Yeah.
But it's not Willian at Chelsea. It's not Willian at Shakhtar that could carry the team. And even at Fulham, like, his role at Fulham wasn't last season. It wasn't to carry the team. It was to be like a team player. And he's a good player, man. But just like the expectation of what we wanted from him and what he was able to give there was a disparity there. So, and then there was the family issues, I think. So, as far as I know, the termination was like, it was mutual, and it was like, no hard feelings. It didn't work, and that's it. Like,
he better not score past us on Saturday. That's all. I remember last season. Was it last season? He scored a great goal past us. It was great, man. And I thought, nah. And I've got a friend called shout out to Alan. He said to me, "Oh, William's going to score past you again." If he does, I'm like, well, my days. And I blame Olympiacos for just making it happen, man. But yeah, it is what it is. Last but not least, like I said, people, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button as well. Where is the channel? Peter said, make sure hit the like, subscribe button as well. My channel, Costa's channel as well. It's in the title as well. Eve, I hope you're all, my friend. Good seeing you on Saturday as well when we battered Brighton 7-0. Look, last but not least, can you get Champions League football? Yes or no?
Us?
Yeah.
We have to.
You have to.
We have to.
Yeah.
It's like two seasons without winning the league is too long.
Too long. Do you think you win it this season?
Yeah.
I hope you do.
Like, there's, again, like, politics in Greek football. They're going to do everything they can to make sure we don't win it. Yeah. It's our 100-year anniversary this season as well. So, like,
is it?
Like, there's a big push from the chairman, like from the chairman, and like the backroom staff, everything. Like, we have to win it this year. It's our 100 years. It's 2 years without a league title is too long. To go 3 seasons without winning the league, I don't remember like the last time that happened.
No, I hope you win. I want people Olympiacos, just please win. Please win the league, man. But like I said, when I went to Olympiacos, there was so much love between both fans as well, man. I saw you, Costa, as well. We didn't probably physically meet, but
behind the
glass. So, but yeah, Olympiacos, come on, win the league. Hopefully, go far in the European League as well. But Costa, it's been a pleasure. come on the channel.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Hopefully, when you do come back on the channel, you've done well. Well, you've done both well, because I personally think I'm a bit of a cocky sucker sometimes. I think we'll win the Premier League and the FA Cup. So
say that again.
We'll win the Premier League and we'll win the FA Cup. We need Liverpool to lose at Everton. If they lose to Everton, Forest are back in it. You hear it? Make sure you clip this. Make sure you clip
Good for you, mate. Like, hang on, I'm just looking at the points as well. Okay, like, you know, second place isn't far off.
No, it is. Liverpool are flying away from it.
I think Liverpool are walking it this season.
I don't want Liverpool to win it. People listen to me. Everyone knows how I feel about Liverpool. I just don't want them to win it at all. Don't want them to win it. But I said at the start, Arsenal to win the league, because I didn't want Man City to win it or Liverpool.
Do you feel Leicester City vibes?
No, because I think ours is harder. When everyone says about Leicester City, like I said, I've got no hatred for Leicester at all. So let's make that clear. I've got no hatred. It's just Leicester fans want to come at me, and when I do, I'm like, they stab me, and I'm like I shoot back at them. So, but yeah, I've got no. It's not Leicester vibe. I think it's more harder because Liverpool will flying high with it. But if Liverpool lose against Everton on Wednesday, and because we've got a tough test, we've got Fulham, we've got Exeter tomorrow, we've got Fulham Saturday, then Newcastle, then Man City, and then Arsenal. These games will be tough. These games are going to be so tough. So I don't know. I'll be happy. Because I'll be happy with Champions League, happy with Europa Conference. I don't care. I just want to go to Europe. So, but Champions League football for me. I've said it. I think we'll finish fourth.
I wish you all the best, and hope to see you in the Champions League next season.
People, make sure everyone's going to subscribe to Costa's channel. I can't pronounce it, but 7 International. I'm going to say it like that. 7 International. It's in the description, people. Tomorrow, I'll be in Exeter, see Forest against an FA Cup, and if we win, we've got Ipswich, and I think with all the big teams that have gone out, people, I think we've got a good chance of winning it. Really have, but there's still teams like Man City, Newcastle, Aston Villa, Man United, but I've got a good chance. But people, I'll be there with my after game reaction, the vlog. Any content that you're doing this week for myself?
Live shows after the games.
When's the next game for Olympiacos? When's the next game?
We've got Ceres on the weekend, so it's kind of a minnow game that we need to go and win away from home. But then there are derbies coming up against Ajax and Balk, so expect some fireworks on the show. Hopefully, some good ones. But yeah, no, go and check out the vlogs.
Go watch out the vlog. It's in the description, people. If you can, where's it under? If you can, people, it's under the Olympiacos vlog. So yeah, people, it's on the top bit. Click on that. Go and watch it, and make sure you comment on it as well and like it. And it's been a pleasure, Costa. Thank you very much.
One more thing.
One more thing.
Up the Forest.
That's it. You know what? That's what I've been waiting for all this. No, Costa, that meant to be after when I'm done. Yeah, that's better. People, make sure go and follow Costa's channel. And like I said, he talks about Olympiacos. And if you want to hear about I'll be watching now. I want to hear about Damacomo, because if he's good enough for Forest next season. If he's not,
let's talk. We'll talk again. We'll keep in touch.
We're talking to you. But people, it's been a pleasure. I'll see you after game reaction. It's going to be a tough, lot of content from me as well. Before you do leave, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and if you are rewatching this and any chat that me and Costa spoke about, get in the comment section now. And any Olympiacos fans do want to subscribe, please subscribe to my channel as well. There's loads of content as well coming my way. Thank you, everyone. Costa, last thing, up the Forest. Up the Forest, Costa. Come on.
Up the Forest.
That's it. Up the Forest.